For for June, I tell you, this is going to be an exciting month. You will not believe some of the stuff that we've got going on, my friends. We have a ton of stuff going on, from getting through Road Check, which happens today. June 4th is when Road Check starts. So if you're not ready, we got some tips coming from Bud Neller, who used to be an ex-MTO inspection officer, and also Andy Malian's got a couple tips for you to help you get through. And we're also going to talk a little bit about what you can do to make just doing that extra check is going to really help you. But I got to tell you, let's just talk. Okay, so we got some stuff coming on Road Check. That's going to be happening this week. And we've got a new sponsor on with us. Big shout out to Rims Transport. You're going to hear a lot more about them. Rims Transport hauls steel. They're located at various locations around Ontario, but probably the main one is in Hamilton, Ontario. They're looking for owner-operators. So if you are into hauling steel and you want to, and you're an owner-operator and you're not afraid to cross the border, then you certainly want to be looking at a company like Rims Transport. You will hear more about them as the month goes on. So thank you to Rims for coming on board. But we have some exciting guests. We've got some amazing, this show was all created so that people would think that, I believe that truck drivers are not just silly truck drivers. They are some very talented people, some very dedicated people, and it's amazing to see what they can do. And I got to tell you, we got some guests starting with next episode after this one. We start out with Chris Hensel. Now, you may not know Chris, but he is played Jeb Duke in The Duke of Hazzards. Now, if any of you are an old guy like me or watch TV in the 70s, 80s, you probably remember this show. Dukes of Hazzard was one of the top shows on the network. And I'm going to be interviewing Chris. He's now creating a new movie for the trucking industry, and he's looking for trucking companies. And we're going to be talking about that in our next episode. But I want to just a big shout out. I got these in the mail today, and I want to just a big shout out to Chris for sending me all of these signed pictures of him when he was in the Dukes of Hazzard, and some of the promotional posters he's doing now. Big shout out to you, Chris. Thank you so much. I don't have people on my show so that they have to send me stuff. That's not what I'm about. If you want to see Captain California, here's Chris. And then, of course, we all remember the Dukes of Hazzard, one of my favorite shows. So big thank you, Chris, for sending me those. I just got them in the mail this morning. I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to just show those to you. So we're going to be talking to Chris about his movie. He's making a new movie, and it's some exciting stuff, and he's looking for trucking companies. And so I thought we would we'll have that coming up in the next one here, so you do not want to miss that one with Chris Hensel, also known as Jeb Duke of the Duke of Hazzards. After that, we are going to a couple guys who have just make me smile, and some of the most fun stuff. You would not think about this. We're going to be talking with Kelly Mac McCoy. Now, Kelly Mac McCoy is in San Antonio, Texas. He's a truck driver turned author, and he's still doing some work with Ford Trucking Company, but he wrote a book called Rough Way to the Highway, and it's a fictional book about a truck driver who gets into all kinds of stuff going on, and we talked to him about his book, when it's coming out, how he became an author, all those kind of things. And I tell you what, do not think that people in the trucking industry don't have passion or cannot do anything more than just jam gears, my friends, because you know what, when you hear this interview with Kelly, you're going to know he's an amazing guy. And Kelly put me on to another guy named Robert Stevens Jr. Robert's also an author, and you might think that this is kind of crazy, these two authors on the Lead Pedal podcast, but Robert Stevens Jr. is also a truck driver, so he's been a truck driver for 16 years. Some of you may know his name from professional football because he was in the NFL European League, and he was also on some of the teams for the NFL. He created a line of sportswear for football players and for anybody, I guess, that's dealing with sports. And now he's working on his third novel. And he does all of that while he's driving a truck. So don't tell me that you don't have time or you don't have the extra wherewithal or energy to get stuff done. You got to listen to this guy. He's 6'8", 420 125 pounds. And we had so much fun talking with him about what's going on. So looking forward to seeing that, seeing what's going on with his stuff. Then we are going to get in. We're still following, because we're in June, we're still following health. And then you guys know we've been doing the Healthy Trucker Health Challenge, and we're going to be in week. It ends at the end of June. Thank God for that. I'm going to get back to beer. But hey, anyway, we're still doing the challenge. We're still following Andrea Morley's tips and health challenges each week. And hey, if you are having a health challenge, not if you're having a health challenge, but if you still want to get fit and you didn't have time to sign up or you didn't know what to do, you can go to the leadpedalpodcast.com and just click on health and fitness. When you look for the categories, click on health and fitness. And I've been making a video every week. They're not here on the podcast, but the videos are on our website page. So I go to YouTube, look under health and fitness, or go to our Lead Pedal podcast page and look under health and fitness. And you know what you're going to find? You're going to find all the videos and the weekly challenge videos I put up. And you can try them for yourself. Hey, just, one was on fruits and vegetables. Try eating more fruits and vegetables. I told you what I did, and maybe that'll help you. So that's why I'm doing them, to help you guys. And so we are going to be talking to a guy named Chris Nerat, Chris is a fitness enthusiast and a professional trainer, actually. He's in Wisconsin, works for Caterpillar, and also does his exercises. He does them, and the cool thing about this, he does them in the cab of a truck, so you can actually see how they're done. And he's got a whole program. We're going to talk to him about how to be more fit, how to exercise on the road, all of those kind of things. So we got some cool stuff coming up there. Look for that in episode number 332, which is going to be coming out mid-June. Hey, and by the way, we got somebody who's taken fitness to the next level. Kimberly Buyback. Kimberly is a lady who, she actually works for Sharp Transportation here in Ontario, and she takes exercising and nutrition to a whole new level. And folks, when you see her, you're going to go, there's nothing to this girl. Like, she's not 425 pounds and muscular. She's very thin and very pretty and all of that. But man, she's going for SEAL Fit. So she's doing a CrossFit thing with SEAL Fit training, where you're basically training like if you're one of the Navy SEALs. Folks, the stuff she is doing is out of this world, and she's raising money to get her challenge to the next level. So we're going to be talking to Kimberly about what she's doing. We met up with her in her gym with her coach, and we're going to be talking about what they're doing, how they're doing it, probably more important why they're doing it. But anyway, she's doing some amazing things. So keep going, Kimberly. We're behind you. That's in mid-June, episode 333. Hey, and you know what? We continue health this time on sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is being a big issue in the whole industry. And it is something that a lot of truck drivers get caught into. If you're overweight a little bit, anybody with over a 17-inch neck, they're starting to look at that kind of stuff. So we talked to Rob Pierce, and Rob Pierce is with a sleep apnea clinic here in Ontario. We talked to him about what people should be looking for, how you can start thinking maybe you have it, what you should do about testing, and some of the products available that they carry, and how to determine which one's right for you. So we're going to be talking to Rob Pierce more towards the end of the month here. We had so much content going on. I've been doing interviews like crazy, and we round out the month with a fun interview with my friend David Benjicek. I think, David, I just messed up your name, but hey, we'll get it. Anyway, David is a professional speaker. He's a photographer in the trucking industry, and we got talking. We had a fun interview. We actually did an interview over dinner, over a beer, and we're going to call this one Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, because everything went across. We were by the airport. We had a garbage truck almost try to run me over. We had all kinds of stuff happening, and David and I teach you how to be a better driver. We got talking about what's a professional driver and how to best handle it. So make sure that you join us for the last episode in June, which is episode 335 with David, and it's going to be a fun time. So that's what we got coming up in the month of June here. We got a lot of stuff. These are all amazing interviews, and you guys are going to we laugh. I like to laugh, so we laugh all the way through this. So stay tuned, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, we're going to come back and give you some tips on road checks, so stay tuned.